Now, the bigger challenge that we are facing right now, as we try to have people register, is that there is a deliberate and a subtle campaign that is trying to counter everything that we are sharing by telling people that we don't have a better alternative out there to replace Ruto. And that's a very serious campaign, and I don't want you guys to take lightly, because they are trying to discourage people to the point that they see that kama ni fulani afadhali tubaki na Ruto. You've had those kind of statements being made here over and over again. And then the other thing is it's important that we start really making up our mind that we want to rally behind leaders of integrity and people that are going to bring a change, so that you are going to get your vote, or going to encourage somebody to register, not just because it's a registration, but because there's a purpose and there is a person in mind that I want to register because I want somebody to come to power and make a difference in this country.
Fellow youth, our great nation is in our hands. Brothers and sisters, dreamers. We are the generation that scrolls through feeds of injustice of Kasongo. That turns hashtags into history. Kasongo is a killer, Kasongo is a murderer. So, what we have to think about is voting, taking the votes. We need to vote Kasongo out, and you can't vote without registration for taking the registration for the voting. So I just want to urge you all, just take the votes. Register as a voter, tell your friend, tell your sister, take the votes. Our future is built by the choices we make today. And one of the most powerful tools we have is our vote. Our vote is our voice, our right, and our responsibility, Too often, we say that leaders don't represent us. That things never change. Our voices doesn't matter. But the truth is, change begins when we show up. It begins when we register, when we turn out, and when we make our voices heard at the ballot box. Numbers. Registering to vote is not just about politics. It's about deciding the kind of Kenya we want to live in, right? A Kenya where jobs are created, education is valued, and leadership is accountable. Our politicians are not accountable for anything. They are not leaders. We need to vote for leaders, not politicians. If you want honest visionary leadership, then we must take part in shaping it, So my brothers and sisters, Kenyan youth man, let's not just sit back and complain. Let's act, let's organize, let's register, and let's vote. Because if we don't speak, someone else will speak for us and decide for our future for us. Our strength is in our numbers, our votes, and our power is in our participation. Let's rise, let's register, and let's make our voices count. Let's make Kenya a beautiful place, not a murderer scene, So I just want to tell you all people, let's just tell your family members, your friends, tell them to register for the votes. I don't have anything else to say. Just tell your people to register for the votes. So that we can take this murderer Kasongo home early in the morning in Komavea.
Thank you, Maverick. Thank you. Over to you, Wendy. Okay, I think we lost Justice for All. Can you?
Yes, Abdi, thank you so much, and appreciate you and Wanjiro, Kioti Sonko, all the speakers, and of course the listeners and those that are participating. it's
Justice for all. Before you also continue, I think we have a rallying call for Mabonga in regards to voter registration. And I think we are. You can also talk about to match those donations, every shillings to reach more to youth to print materials and push back against the noise meant to discourage us. I think that's also part. There's a rallying call to help do a voter registration and mobilization exercise. Asante sana.
Thanks, Abdi. Yeah, I would definitely, and I will leave this with you because I'm somewhere that I won't talk for long, but I would match up to, let me see. Okay, you threw me off guard. Okay, can I say five? Let me say, I'll match up to 10,000. So any amount that you contribute between now and probably I'll give an hour. And then I can match that, and Abdi, you can text me on the side if we reach that amount or whatever we reach. It's anything up to 10K, then I would match that. So that I think the reason as to why you all know this is that we have done this work for a minute. Campaigning. Remember, it needs resources, but needs also a message that is going to rally people. To bring the change that we need. I've repeatedly given the story of as university student in the early 2000s. I believe 2001 is when we were campaigning. 2002 when we got the Kibaki, the rallying call for them to come to power. One of the things that was critical is not only about we wanted to get the Moi regime out of power, but the question is about who then do we bring to power, who do we replace with? Now, the bigger challenge that we are facing right now, as we try to have people register, is that there is a deliberate and a subtle campaign that is trying to counter everything that we are sharing by telling people that we don't have a better alternative out there to replace Ruto. And that's a very serious campaign, and I don't want you guys to take lightly, because they are trying to discourage people to the point that they see that kama ni fulani afadhali tubaki na Ruto. You've had those kind of statements being made here over and over again. And then the other thing is people haven't grasped that deep concept of like, we want so and so badly and desperately to bring the change that we desire. So I think as we get closer and closer to the campaigns and the elections, it's important that we start really making up our mind that we want to rally behind leaders of integrity and people that are going to bring a change, so that you are going to get your vote or going to encourage somebody to register, not just because it's a registration, but because there's a purpose and there is a person in mind that I want to register because I want somebody to come to power and make a difference in this country. We have so many people here who are running for office. If nothing ever happens, go register because you want so and so to come to power and help us to move this country forward. So I think right now there is that kind of discouraging things happening. You just open the newspaper and you're seeing, oh, Gideon Moi has bowed out of running for Baringo and all these kind of things. Those things are choreographed to make people feel that after all, this guy is coming back to power because he has the money, he has the resources, he knows how to manipulate and all that. But it's a scheme that we have to counter very strongly by letting people know that you can have all the money, you can have all the government, machinery and everything, but if we can't vote, we are going to make a difference. So for me, my encouragement is that please, 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 chukua kura, ujipange, we go and vote. And the sooner we start now converging in terms of ideologies and the people that we want really to move us to the next dispensation, the better it is for us. Then we will have even a purpose for which we are going to ask people to register, because register to bring someone to power. And I know maybe Abdi, or maybe I believe a few people here that I can see will remember our campaign of 2008. That time I was actually knocking the doors for Barack Obama. And the kind of work that we did at the universities, including going to the immigrant communities and mobilizing them and asking them, this time round, it's about go register and go vote for Barack. It just became that we did not want anything else, but we wanted to see Barack in power. And those of you who participated in that, you remember. It became a movement where we had the young people register. I don't think we had ever seen that in the history of, the U.S. Voting. Since it started 250 years ago. Now, I want to conclude by saying this. I have participated both as an electoral official in Ohio. I've been an observer and an agent in Kenya, obviously, for those of us who have been in ODM from the inception. And I can tell you that there's a thing or two that we have learned. And one of the things that I want to encourage you is this. Let's have a positive message. Let's make sure that people see a hope in why we want them to register to vote, number one, but number two, in the people that we want to bring to power, so that they are not grouped together, the politicians are the same. No, this time round, we want to have people that are not just the other politicians, but people are going to bring a difference. So thanks, Abdi, for always giving me an opportunity to share. But I want to encourage people to know that we are in this together. We are not going to waver. We are not turning right or left. We are moving forward. We know where we are heading. Thank you very much. God bless.
Asante sana, asante sana. Thank you. Always justice for all. I think I agree with you. Let's be clear. This is not a time to sit back. We are not just spectators. We are the heartbeat of this nation, I think. They want us to believe it's already decided, as Justice for All said. That is not about one candidate race. The voters, that is just a voter suppression discussed as analysis. They want us to drain our hopes before even we show up. But listen, we refuse that narrative. No election is decided until the people decide. We, the youth, hold the power. We will not surrender it to a propaganda, to a fear, or to money. They can spend billions trying to buy the story, but our voices can rewrite it, because every vote cast is a declaration of justice. Every registration is a seed of change. Every young Kenyans who show up weaken corruption's grip. So tonight, I'm calling all of you. Let's mobilize county by county, campus by campus, as he said, street by street. Let's stand for justice for the jobless, the voiceless, the forgotten. Let's march together, not in anger, but in unity, to demand for justice for all. And let's put our energy where it matters. Let's support our brother Marvin Mabonga, who has been doing a lot of civic education and the voter registration drive that's pushing this movement across Kenya. Send your M-Pesa donations on the number pinned there. Let's fuel this youth mobilization that will change this nation. Let's match the 10,000 shillings from Justice for All. Asante sana, over to you. Wanjiro is not there. Okay, over to you, Mabonga. Dolphin, pick it up as I look for Mabonga.
Thank you so much, Abdi. It is nice seeing you guys. We've been lost for so long. Just to start with the ongoing registration campaign, it's so unfortunate. I don't know whether the figures that we hear about are true, but it's so unfortunate and it is so sad, guys. If we are just seated back, we don't want to go and register for voters card. It is so unfortunate. I don't know what really Kenyans want. It's like we've forgotten. We've already forgotten what we really want. Can we come out, guys, and get registered? Can we tell our sisters and brothers to come out and register? Because for how long will it keep on coming here? We go to the streets, we demonstrate, but now here is a chance to register, to get those voters cards, so that by 2027 we take this government home. Bada mtaki kufanya. What is it that we really want with this Kenya? I really feel so bad and I'm pissed off. I was even I was in a live on wachukue kura. What is wrong with us? Mara unasikia Embakasi sijui the registered voters hata wafiki hata 7,000 ama 6,000. What do really Kenyans want? Honestly. What is so hard? Sparing your time even just for 2 hours. End a polling station. And let us not take register where we know. Time ya kuvote, hautakuwa unafika pale. Can we tell our brothers and sisters to come out, we go and register? Honestly. Or if we can't do that, Abdi, can we come up with 2 days or dates? We paralyze everything, total shutdown in this country so that everyone atoke kwa nyumba enda chukue kura. Because sasa tuko na mchezo. Whether they'll steal or not, we will pick it up from there. Let us get votes. We get to the ballot. Let us vote in large numbers, then they steal. After they've stolen, we pick it up from there and deal with them. Rather than now sitting back and we let Ruto go back to Kiona hivi. And we've been given a chance to go and take voters cards. Guys, can we go and register? Tomorrow is a holiday. I don't know whether IBC will be working tomorrow, but can we go and take and register? Let us tell our sisters and brothers who are there. Najua it is scary wanachukua your eyeball wherever tunaskaniwa macho or something of the sort, but I don't think if it is something that can harm you. There are people who have done it and they are just okay. Kozi mchezo yenye unaona saa hii inaendelea na hizi rumor unaona kwa TV, nimeona hata kwa news saa hizi wanasema the youths were not even turning up for the voters registration. And the government are taking notes. And these are the things they'll take advantage of when it comes to 2027. Watasema, even registration, they didn't register. They'll be revisiting this news zenye zina saizi zinatoka, tutaki kwenda kuchukua kura. What is wrong with Kenyans? Mimi nitaanza kutoa kila mtu kwa nyumba yake na kiboko. Cause tuko na mchezo sana.